everyone, and good afternoon on the East Coast. I'm Rebecca Mosley, the co-founder of Laughing Place, and I am in the LP headquarters today with Jeremiah, our roving East Coast reporter at the Magic Kingdom. How you doing, Jeremiah?
Woof, woof. Oh, roving, not rover. Okay.
Yes, not rover, roving. Oh, it's a beautiful, oh man, it looks gorgeous.
It is, and not high humidity. It's, I believe high 80s right now, so it's pretty nice. Let's get some walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA going. Sorry, I had to move around the walkway. Somebody just wanted a picture of the Dapper Dans in the background and then walked away. So it's like,
oh, that's fine. We're excited to see a little bit of the Dapper Dans. While we wait for them, I'm gonna let them introduce themselves to everybody. I like these vests. These are new to me. I'm not going to ask you to interrupt talking while you're listening to them, Jeremiah. But in studio here, I'm going to mention that I'm so used to seeing him as each having his own color. So I like these multicolor vests.
Yeah, these are the fall ones.
Oh, that's right. It's fall there.
Yeah. Oh, please, we're well into the Halloween season now.
I forgot. Oh, look at the pumpkins all along Main Street. It's been a while since I've taken a look at Main Street, so appreciate you wandering down the autumnal boulevard here.
Yep, all the pumpkins are out. We're like I said, already 4 parties in, I believe now. So it is definitely the Halloween season, and we're just days away from Christmas starting.
For those of you joining us, it is World Princess Week. So we thought we'd stop by the Magic Kingdom, where you can find some of Disney's most famous princesses. Here at Laughing Place, we've been doing a variety of articles in celebration of World Princess Week, and all that coverage has been presented by our friends at Entertainment Earth, and you can currently get a 10% savings on in-stock items and free shipping if you visit ee.toys/lpfan.
So here's really the biggest news of them all. The Starbucks here at the Magic Kingdom, and I believe all 4 parks plus the 2 at Disney Springs. Yes, you can't see it that well, but the pumpkin drinks have returned as of today.
It's pumpkin season at Starbucks already?
Yep, started this morning. I was asked to get some earlier, was unable to, but I'll probably be picking some up right after our walk-in talk.
Jeremiah, are you a coffee drinker?
Not at all. I drink no coffee. I drink no alcohol. The only hot liquids that I ever drink is hot butterbeer and sometimes hot cocoa. I go with a hot apple cider every now and then, but...
Way back in my college days, my roommate was from Cupertino, and she used to get this unique coffee shipped to her back then. It was called Starbucks.
Yeah.
And I thought it was crazy, and I didn't drink coffee at all. I didn't start drinking coffee until about 10 years ago when we moved to Northern California, and I started experiencing cold mornings.
Cold mornings.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stay very long on the stage show because all of that music really likes to just shut us down.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So we're going to head in through Tomorrowland.
Sonia's a coffee drinker. Hey, Mickey is my spirit animal. Thanks for stopping by.
I've got a special surprise for you.
Oh, Mickey sounds wonderful. The blue sky with the big puffy clouds. I love days like that in Florida.
As long as they don't turn into dark, ominous clouds, I'm fine for a little while.
I keep waiting for a good rainstorm because I finally got my hands on a poncho that looks like the ones they wore on Endor in
Oh, yes.
Return of the Jedi, and I have yet to use it. It's still in pristine condition, and I'm eager for my first rainstorm and my Endor poncho.
Was that the ones from the parks?
No, it was actually one of the hero and villain boxes.
Because I was like, the ones from the park that look just like the ponchos from Endor are not waterproof, which I found hilarious. So, just I was on a Facebook group and somebody started a debate about these rocks being real, and they were just placed here, and I, me being me, had to explain the entire history of rock work and the construction. I channeled Tony for a little bit.
Awesome.
But it was like, I just felt so bad that I had to go, I'm sorry that I'm, ruining their real feel, but rocks don't form like that and aren't blue and iridescent.
But it goes to show how amazing the detail is that so to where we totally buy in that, hey, wow, so Disney went out and found these uniquely shaped rocks, and then they brought them back here and positioned them beautifully for us.
It's like Walt and the petrified tree story.
Yes.
Yeah. Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor just let out, so the flood of people that are coming out are coming from there.
Perfect timing for you, Jeremiah. I actually just got back this morning from a quick trip down to Disneyland resort area. I finally got to see Rogers the Musical, Jeremiah.
Yay! Did you love it?
It was incredible. In fact, I ended up seeing two shows of it. I know it's ending its run at the end of the month here at the Hyperion Theater. I'm hoping that it will, have kind of a return engagement of some sort, because it is just way too much fun. And I know that not everybody I know in Southern California has had a chance to find time in their schedule to make their way. So I'm hoping it'll be back for them.
Yeah, I only saw it the one time and definitely enjoyed it and was hoping to get back out there again. But, it's like the old days. You're lucky if you saw light magic once.
Yep.
Here's the stroller parking, in case anybody's wondering where to park their strollers.
Wow.
Yeah, Carousel of Progress has just become the parking lot of strollers. But I did go in Carousel a few days ago, and everything looks great. Of course, as I'm walking over here towards the stage that Stitch was standing on, he leaves.
You're also approaching one of my favorite locations in Tomorrowland, and that would be the Joffrey's Coffee Cart. I really enjoy their shaken Jamaican with some caramel syrup in it. But for World Princess Week, if you're over in Disney Springs, you can get a nice little bit of princess artwork on your coffee over there at the Joffrey's. So yeah, keep that in mind.
Since I am not a coffee person, this wasn't something that really registered on me. But now that I think about it, it's pretty cool. They have, I'm guessing you may have saw it at Disneyland. Oh, people mover is down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and it's moving again.
Yep, just the Team Blue Frappe is the new one, and the Mission to S'mores are the two that are there. So what I was saying is, in some of the shops, they now have coffee cups with stencils, so you can make those little things on your coffees.
And pumpkin-flavored items are also available at the Joffrey's locations now, too. So it's not only Starbucks where you can get that fall, favorite fall I was gonna say fragrance, as if I'm a Bath and Body Works like my husband, but no, these are actually things you taste.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that there's been a time where Doobie's just, licked some of its Bath and Body Works products.
Cinderella Castle's so beautiful.
Yeah, the post 50th cleanup of it came out even better than I expected it would. So that's exciting. And then we won't see anything on the castle as far as we know anytime soon, because the 100th is going over to Epcot, and that's just Spaceship Earth getting some lights. Oh wait, there we got those, and a Mickey Mouse statue as of now.
Okay. So according to my app, Jeremiah, they say that it's a 92 degrees there, and it feels like 104.
I would definitely buy that.
So you're going to be a nice little puddle by the time we're done wandering around. So let's duck into Star Traders.
Yeah, lots of the Sanderson sisters stuff for Hocus Pocus. This is one of those bottles that I know the movie, I know who it is, but this is just the weirdest thing ever. Like, that's the topper for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like they have a new piece line that I have not seen recently.
Ooh.
Yeah, Oh, here you go.
We've got some yellow daisies. It's a navy color with the yellow and orange accents on it.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh, I like that.
With the Daisy Heart and Castle embroidered. I'm guessing that Disneyland will have the same patterns, just with the castle and the Disneyland.
I know. Given your history, you're probably more of a Sleeping Beauty castle silhouette fan, right?
Yes, but I do love the classic Disney World D with the Mickey in it. Like this logo trumps any logo that Disneyland had, really, especially now that it has to say Disneyland Resort on it. So all of these kind of retro looks are great.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of those, but I will admit to preferring a Cinderella castle silhouette to a Sleeping Beauty, and I know that I am probably in the minority on that opinion on our site. Don't you? I love this.
Does Doobie already have this?
No, not yet. I just saw this Spirit jersey at the dress shop in downtown Disney, and love what you do what you love. Princess Tiana, in that style, like from her restaurant, right? The entrepreneur. I look at that and I see entrepreneur Tiana.
The Joey Cho, was that his? Yes.
Yes. Oh,
this is a fun shirt, although it's thicker than most of these shirts are.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's Bruno. It has the rats on there, so it's black and thick.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if you really want to top it off, hey, how about a nice Letterman jacket?
So these are some fall designs, right? These are for the tourists who come from other parts of the U.S. down to Florida for vacation, and then they'll have a full season to wear these items.
Absolutely. Or they're the ones that are here during one of those cold rain days and like run in and buy something to keep them warm, and then 10 minutes later, like, oh, you didn't need that.
Hello, Vanta crew. Thanks for stopping by. We're walking and talking around the Magic Kingdom in celebration of World Princess Week. I was trying to think of some of my favorite spots that feature elements of the princesses or little moments that kind of honor them. My most favorite are found in Cinderella Castle. I have to admit. So
I was thinking we'll walk into Storybook Circus and then we'll head down through Fantasyland and then come back in through Cinderella Castle. Because if the show's going on, we couldn't get in right now. And I just saw the fireworks pop, so that's the end of it.
Woohoo! Vanta Cruz says, totally take that Leatherman jacket. Yeah, there you go. That Leatherman jacket's totally their style.
And since I can't go a single show without mentioning it, right in front of us is the Mad Tea Party. And do you know what happens at 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock Pacific today, Rebecca?
No, what happens?
Roosevelt's are dropping some Alice in Wonderland shirts.
Oh, no way, seriously? Wow.
Yeah. We've seen two of the designs. One is, somebody showed it, there was a Dooney and Burke from a few years ago that was Alice in Wonderland, the cartoon, but done kind of classic art style. And that's one of them. And then the other one is more of a whimsical, I believe, with like little daisies on it. So who knows how many will actually show up tonight. But yeah, the Alice was one of those ones that when they first debuted it or showed it off, I was like, oh, I don't need Alice in Wonderland. But I'm a total Alice in Wonderland fan. Like, going back to the books, but of course the movie is what got me interested in it. The animated, not any live actions.
Okay. I still haven't seen the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland. It's like one of those things that I kind of forget about it. And I still have yet to see it. Doobie's asking if we have stopped by Merida's old home yet, and no, that'll be after we get through this part. We'll make our way back around to that Cinderella Castle zone. We were waiting for the castle show to finish up, and I'm glad that other people concur that Cinderella Castle is as a favorite icon.
So here we are in Storybook Circus.
Now, out this way during World Princess Week, they are actually featuring some sweet treats. They have an Aurora Sundae and a the other one's going to skip my mind while I'll pull up the information. What were you going to say, Jeremiah? You were going to show me something.
I was just panning over at Dumbo.
Oh.
So it's a 25-minute wait, which is probably one of the longest waits I've seen since they've introduced the dueling Dumbos. But last night wasn't a party. Is tonight a party? What's the date today? It's
today
Thursday.
Is Thursday the 24th.
So I don't believe there's a party tonight, so everybody must just be here in between the parties.
I'm getting ready to look it up. That over at Storybook Treats, they currently have, by the way, the Rapunzel Sundae, which is a shortcake with a wild berry soft serve and Dole whipped lemon, and topped with a berry compote and some sugar flowers. And then they also have an Aurora cone, and that's going to be strawberry and blue because, pink and blue. And it's going to have white chocolate.
Now that you say that, I know exactly where the Storybook Treats are. And funny, they're not in Storybook Circus. That's the ice cream place right next to Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
They did replace all of the posters out here recently, which is nice because they had been very sun-faded for a long time. So giving some tiny love to things is always a good thing. I'm going to live Gideon's dream. I'm going to walk through the splash area while technically working. So
there you go.
Thankfully, I'm not going to get very wet unless
it would make for some great. It would make for some great video to just have you get totally drenched by accident as you go through there.
I was just talking about the time where I was at Islands of Adventure, and it was Doobie and I, and hang on 1 second. It was Doobie and Universal decided to hop on our live stream and pretty much challenge me to ride Bluto's Bilge Rat's barge live on camera, and I did it, and they were having so much fun with it. Like, don't worry, you don't get wet at all. I'm like, I know I get wet, but sure, I'll do it anyway. And there was one, that's one of those ones that I wish we could go back and find and then just edit out that sequence, because hearing me, I know that I definitely screamed a few times. Okay, so
It's funny you mentioned it, Jeremiah, because the still image I grabbed from that moment popped up in my like. Do you remember when recently? So, oh, these are nice. Wow, I don't remember.
yeah,
I'm sure they've been there, but I don't remember them.
yeah, they've been here since this area opened. I mean, they're definitely newer because you can tell how vibrant the colors are. And for comparison,
Mm-hmm.
it looks very much like a circus no matter what. But yeah, the colors on the newer ones are amazing. This is one of those places that oftentimes the signal goes out. So yell if I start to go a little wonky.
Okay.
Do you need a weighted Dumbo? Because he's very cute.
Oh, and you said he's weighted too?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, Kyle's watching. Maybe that'll end up on the Burbank shopping list. I know that Kyle's a fan of the weighted plush. Oh, man. I can smell this
Yep.
place just by the visuals. If you've stopped by Big Top, you know the fragrance of those baked goodies, man. They hit you at the door. And now they've
So
added munchlings too, right? So you got
yeah,
even more fragrant.
this is something one of my friends pointed out that I'd never really put together. Um, you could just buy shovels.
Yep.
I I kind of paused and went, oh, but they. And I was like, nope, it is just shovels.
Yep.
So in the spirit of Halloween in the Haunted Mansion, I dubbed that kids' first grave digging kit.
Delightful.
Like I said, Halloween, Haunted Mansion. That's why I set it up with all that. This is something that has been out for a while, as I found out, but I think is so super cute.
Okay, it is.
Yeah, it's mini cinnamon graham cracker cookies in a
A little
an
acorn
acorn.
and
Yep.
Dale.
Yeah.
Oh,
$5.99 for that.
Did you say $5.99?
Yep. Oh, and speaking of, this is the how you can create your own.
Oh, the little you can create the little decor on top of your coffee.
The stencils.
Yeah.
And this is a whole new
housewares line.
Yeah.
Oh, I like. Oh, the happiest kitchen. Okay, that's adorable. I very much like the coffee storage of with Donald looking angry as Mike Celestino has deemed the only appropriate look for Donald. Mickey is my spirit animal. Pops in with the dates for Not So Scary. There is not a party tonight. Park is actually open until 10 o'clock. The party is tomorrow night. By the way, Laughing Place features wait times. So if you ever are, in the park or at home and want to check out what the wait times are, you can just easily find that information right on Laughing Place. You can scroll down, see what's going on. Check it out right now. Pirates of the Caribbean is down, and if you were at the park, you could book a Genie Plus for $250. So there you go. Back out into the heat. I know.
There is a nice breeze, so I'm expecting the clouds to start rolling in at some point for a storm. Yesterday, in the afternoon, I was out, and it was, a warm Florida day, and then all of a sudden the breeze started coming, and I'm like, oh, the storm's coming. Everybody I know, no, it's not. There's not supposed to be rain. 10 years. When the clouds roll in and the breeze starts, either Mary Poppins is coming or it's going to rain soon.
Hey, we're coming up on Ariel's Grotto, where you can meet that fabulous mermaid and her ride, where you get to experience the story from Scuttle's point of view. I love the facade of this attraction.
Yeah, this is definitely, when they announced this and it was after the original one in California, we're all like, oh, no, we don't need that. But this is a beautiful facade. This is probably the most classic classic Disneyland type facade at Walt Disney World, where they went the extra mile for it.
There's Ariel, figurehead on the ship.
Which is kind of disturbing when you think about it, but we'll walk past that.
What? What's the plaque say? I forget.
It's just under the sea.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the actual marquee.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is one of those attractions that has a history that at some point I'll delve into, because a lot of it isn't known as far as things that were built into this attraction but never made it off the technical testing board. Just think about Scuttle in the first room and when about this attraction opened.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've crossed over into a small provincial town with a giant statue of Gaston.
Yes. And once again, this was part of that new Fantasyland, and just bringing you into the whole storybook world, right? You're now in that village with Belle.
Yeah, this was one of the first D23 announcements, was this, if I remember correctly.
And Jeremiah is rapidly closing in on my favorite spot to watch Disney World fireworks from.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train?
Just a little bit beyond it, yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of being able to watch the fireworks appear behind Beast Castle, and then turn and see the ones that are over the Cinderella Castle, you know, just the ones that are local there on the Cinderella Castle, so that I'm kind of immersed in fireworks.
Yeah, one of the places that I've only done it once or twice was behind the carousel looking towards Pinocchio Village House, and you feel like they're going to explode in your face.
Yep. So just towards those lampposts on your left would be kind of where you might find me when I'm checking out Disney World fireworks for that reason, because I enjoy, like I say, kind of being immersed in the fireworks. You don't get the projections, and you know, you miss out on that. But for me, I'm not a big fan of the projections. They just don't grab me. They don't add to the firework experience. So I'm fine standing here immersed in fireworks, and I can turn and see Tink make her flight, so I don't miss that. Yeah, like I say, my little spot.
Plus, it is not crowded back here at all.
Yep.
That is a definite plus when it comes to the fireworks here at Magic Kingdom. Is either you're on Main Street elbow to elbow, or you are back here, and at times you could be completely alone. So Seven Dwarfs.
Go ahead.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, 60 minutes. Let's confirm with the Laughing Place wait time.
Let me add it to the stream. I can show you. Look, right there. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, 60 minutes. And you can still purchase an individual lightning lane. This is Storybook Treats. This is where you'll find that Rapunzel Sundae and Aurora Cone during Princess Week, World Princess Week. That sundae the Rapunzel sundae looks particularly tasty to me.
With the exception of the Dole Whip lemon, everything else on there I'd be all about. For the first time in many years the other day, I actually had a citrus swirl because we were getting Dole Whip, and it's like, you know what, I'm going to get a citrus swirl. I don't know if I remember it differently or if it's just changed over the years, but citrus swirl is just frozen orange juice and ice cream. Well, yep. Soft serve vanilla. And I enjoy orange juice, had no problem with it, but when you get, 3/4 of the way done and you just had you've had too much orange juice feeling in your mouth, I had to bow out.
The lemon flavor of the sundae we just were talking about reminded me of the amazing beignet I got to sample. I was at a tasting for the coming Tiana's Palace. Oh man, it's that was some good eats.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. And the interior photos looked amazing as well. So I look forward to seeing much more of that and seeing it in person. Of course, here we are at Princess Fairy Tale Hall. You can see Tiana, Rapunzel, Cinderella, and Princess Elena. Which it's nice that they have Elena out here because you know some of the princesses have just kind of after their show is done, they just kind of disappear. But Elena has always been a fun one. She's great whenever she's on any of the cavalcades. So it's fun that she is still there. Plus, it opens it up a lot more with Tiana and Elena both there.
Oh. Yeah, I don't ever tire of this view. It's so pretty.
I do enjoy the fact that if you look straight ahead behind the, you don't see anything behind these bushes. That's where they actually store the stuff for the Halloween party, the lights and the candles. So it's one of those just little. If you look and you see it. Cinderella's royal table looks like it's getting ready for its next seating because they do seating times so the princesses can all come out.
I am such a fan of mosaic murals, and I always wonder if it was because, from early trips to Cinderella Castle, because Cinderella is my favorite princess story. And so, I always wonder if my introduction to murals happened because of Disney.
Well, we are going to wait to get a very fun but awkward photo op because
Awesome.
they have the tiny world, but it will be me and everybody watching as long as you all smile and wave.
Hi Hannah, thanks for joining us. We're walking around the Magic Kingdom on a beautiful day, although very hot in Florida. Oh, that view is stunning.
I believe this is one of the publicity photos that they used to do. Like just about that.
Yeah, I could just have this view for a while. The flags flapping in the breeze there nicely. Yeah.
Okay, here we are at the Tiny World photo op. Where do you want me?
You're gonna stand on one of the elephants, guys. And then if you have a particular Magic Band that I could scan really quick.
Okay, everybody, you have to make sure and smile.
Alrighty. I'll hand this back to you, and then you're gonna look right at one of the little cameras. And if you want to put your arm up, do a fun little pose. You're gonna hold that for 7 seconds.
Okay.
I'm gonna start those 7 seconds now.
So they hold the pose so that way the camera can do its magic and Jeremiah will be nice and steady. If you haven't been to Disney World in a while, you may be surprised by the brightly colored photo posters.
Thank you very much.
You have a great day.
They have changed the outfit so that you can more easily spot them. They have this nice bright green.
But they actually did change them back to the old colors on Main Street.
Yes.
Because it was a bit of a clash.
But oh. And now we're approaching Cinderella's wishing well. Some of my favorite sculpts are found with the wishing well and the columns of Cinderella Castle, the various of Cinderella's friends featured in them. Yeah, see, there you go. Bow, the beautiful birds.
Actual water in
there. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And of course, Lucifer down there.
I was going to say Lucifer is down there, right? Yeah, there he is. Oh, now I want to look and see if it's a similar sculpt to the one on board the Wish, because on the Disney Wish, you have Cinderella with Lucifer kind of in the background, and that pose felt very similar.
I want to say his rear sight is down more, like he's about to pounce, but
okay,
I can't think, like this one, he's sneaking up.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I think it's kind of that other way around where he's like looks like he's getting ready to kind of launch himself. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to go check it out later. Oh, and there's the mice.
Yeah. And now we are heading down this walkway to an area that I realized when I've looked at pictures of my past vacations. One of my earliest vacations, I have pictures of them building this. I think the first vacation I was here, it was still just hillside, and then the next one you can see the structure being built. And this, of course, will be Merida's meet and greet soon,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be the casita, but right now it is still definitely Merida. Did I say Merida's meet and greet? Maribel's meet and greet from Encanto. They still have all of the Merida banners and everything up on the wall, but you can't really see through the mesh, but it does look like they're working on some of the rock work and the groundwork. So they're getting the heavy work out of the way, and then it'll be easy just to replace the props and everything.
So soon you will be meeting Mirabel in this location alongside Cinderella Castle. Other princesses like attractions and whatnot under development. We got news today about Tokyo Disney Sea's Fantasy Springs project. So if you haven't had a chance to check out the article on Laughing Place about that, yeah, please learn more about those developing projects. It's Rapunzel, Anna and Elsa, Peter Pan, some new attractions coming to Tokyo Disney Sea.
Yeah, they definitely spell out more of what the attractions are. We've known that there were attractions coming, just not what. The one that makes me laugh the most is Wandering Oaken's OK Food counter service. Like, they're kind of setting the bar pretty low, especially for Tokyo. All the food in Tokyo is amazing. This is just going to be okay.
Dude.
We are getting ready for the 3 o'clock parade that happens at what time?
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, do you have a go-to Disney BGM loop, like that you know when you're home and you're maybe having a bad day or want to just relax? Do you have a go-to?
I have far too many go-tos. One that and this is a good place to advertise it, that I think I'm one of the only people that actually ended up with this, and it was through a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. I have the whole loop of Sunny Eclipse, and that is actually up on our YouTube channel. So if you want to hear the entire show of Sunny from Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, you can hear that over there. But that one's always one of my favorites because it's just so much fun.
Yeah, I'm torn. It popped into my head because as you were making your way to Main Street, that music, I just felt my whole body kind of relax into the chair with hearing the tunes on Main Street.
I used to know exactly how many pieces were in this mural, but I don't anymore. It is designed by Dorothea Redmond, and we can see the only place that they actually get autographs or the artwork was signed. But this is a cross between the inspiration of the animated feature and the storybook. One of my favorites is Anastasia and Drizella. One is red with anger and the other one is green with envy. And these are all hand-laid mosaic pieces which is just, if you've never gotten a chance to just sit and look at these.
Her artwork is so beautiful. A lot of her designs are really what informed the look of New Orleans Square, and they were utilized once again in this transformation of French Market. They returned to her images that she had done way back in the 60s for New Orleans Square for this upcoming redo as well. Doobie came in and let us know 300,000 pieces, over 300,000 pieces utilized in these stunning mosaics of the story of Cinderella. Like I say, I'm a huge fan of mosaics, and I sometimes wonder if it was because of seeing these when I was probably 3-4 years old.
And I can't remember who that is. I want to say it was John Hinch, but I can never remember. But they modeled some of the faces after Imagineers/animators.
Oh, can you show that column?
That column right there?
Yes. Okay, so that little bird right there, I keep suggesting it to jewelers to make that as a pendant. I would love a little pendant of the bird with the little bow in its mouth as like a little necklace. So this is me petitioning in a more open forum. And for those of you watching, it's World Princess Week. And if you have a favorite princess that you'd like to share with us, we'd love to hear about it in the chat or in the comments below. Or is there a favorite way that you encounter them in the parks? Their attraction, their a piece of art. I know a lot of people are really fond of the Cinderella fountain that we're about to see on the left. So, another way that the Disney princesses are found within the parks.
Of course, we'll look at it as it was designed to be looked at.
I know Jeremiah with the dramatic reveal.
The water's off also, so.
It's all good.
The nice thing is I can't really even see, so I don't know if it's lined up or not, but there she is.
She's a little tall. You have to raise your camera up a little bit more, I think. A little bit more. A little bit more. There you go. Okay. Now she has the crown on her head, as she should.
Yep. And I believe that sculpture was also Blaine Gibson, because these are the early days sculptures. I'm looking to see if there's any signs of... Oh yeah, right there. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes, you can make out
Blaine Gibson. Yeah.
Legendary Imagineer, who is the genius behind the sculpts that we're so familiar with, from Pirates of the Caribbean to Hall of Presidents. Yeah, the partner statue. Blaine Gibson brought those individuals to life through his sculpture work.
I believe Blaine also did the Roy and Minnie statue. I can never remember that one because there isn't a lot of information about that. I had to go looking to even find the name of it at one point, and it only exists here in the Magic Kingdom because Roy was actually the person who made Walt's dream come true. So it's Roy and Minnie sitting on the bench, and it's usually right at Town Square in front of behind the flagpole. Right now it's a photo op, so they moved him over closer to the City Hall. But there's also one in Tokyo Disneyland because everything was modeled right after Magic Kingdom and Disneyland. So they wanted that one instead of the partners. But then they put in the partners a little bit later on in a almost more prominent spot than they have it in any of the other parks. I'll be right over here, guys.
Doobie asking, is Snow White featured anywhere at Fantasyland? And pretty much just the mine train's what I'm thinking of, Jeremiah. I find her anywhere else.
Nope, the Ferris to the Mall doesn't have all the love. But then again, her attraction is or the Dwarfs attraction is probably the most popular attraction, right behind this one up here on our left, the Peter Pan's flight. And by popular, I mean its wait time is 70 minutes because people really want it, where this one it's 70 minutes because this is a slower moving attraction. Or 80 minutes. 80 minutes.
Wow. By the way, there's an often overlooked princess in Peter Pan's flight.
Tiger Lily.
Very good. I'm proud of you.
So I know that this will be sacrilegious. I believe you'll probably tell me to bite my tongue. But especially after seeing the details of the Rapunzel area in Tokyo at the Fantasy Springs. So here we have Rapunzel in her bathroom. And then right next to it, we have this beautiful area that could be turned into a Rapunzel boat ride and a restaurant that could be turned into the Snuggly Duckling.
Oh, I know it's I mean, it makes too much sense, but it breaks my heart to think that could be a thing. But I would understand, you know, yeah. I can see the popularity of when you constantly are looking at wait times like we end up doing around here at LP. I could understand that being a choice, but wow, yeah, no, that'd be tough to take.
I would be completely fine with that one because this one has always been the lesser of all of the It's a Small World because, again, it was just kind of a cut and paste version of the Disneyland one. But especially having the Snuggly Duckling, the Village House become the Snuggly Duckling, and you can look out the windows and watch the boats float by as you're waiting for the Lantern Festival.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, like I say, yeah, I can see where that would be a intriguing notion to blue sky. Yeah, but I like the flooded Small World versus the right up on me Small World of Disneyland.
Okay, now we're heading down to definitely something we celebrate during Princess Week. Haunted Mansion. Wait, what? Yeah. And just to answer all the questions, no, there is no Hatbox Ghost. No, we do not know when the Hatbox Ghost is going to be there.
Okay.
It is a 55-minute wait right now for the Haunted Mansion. So today is definitely one of the busier days in recent memory.
However, they did recently do a bit of a refresh with the Haunted Mansion. They improved. They enhanced the appearance of Madame Leota, so she has a more full hairstyle and is very becoming.
Yeah, and the small touches like changing out the stretching portrait. Again, mm-hmm. It's one of those things that you and I notice, right away, but the general public will have no clue. But when they did start the work to put in the Hatbox Ghost, we just don't know when he's going to arrive. That area, I think, is most well known for what people call the Donald chair, because they say the back in the seat looks like Donald Duck, and that's been removed because that's where Hattie, the Hatbox Ghost, is going to be going. Oh yeah, the Liberty Square riverboat is down for refurbishment for a few days.
Oh wow.
That's why I haven't heard any whistles lately.
There's another sound that is just instantly, I just kind of melt into my chair. All the muscles in my body just kind of instantly relax when I hear that steamboat whistle, whether it's the Liberty Bell or the Mark Twain. There's just something like a big warm hug.
See, this is one of those views that I do not like. There's no canoes, there's a Mark Twain raft, but there's no river boats, there's no nothing. This river was designed to have two big boats, canoes, and rafts. But right now with that down, and of course the canoes have gone the way of the rocket rods.
They still have the canoes at Disneyland, and I just got our teenage son on it for the first time about a week and a half ago. that was a blast. We had such a good time, but the river had been shut down for, I don't know, about 15, 20 minutes before we rode the canoes. So they hadn't been in use. So those seats had just been sitting in the sun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a very hot seat for a little bit of that ride. I wasn't sure I was going to last. I wanted to fly out of that seat, but you know, you're in a canoe in the middle of the river, so not much you can do about it.
Okay. Okay, they're bringing down the Grand Marshal, which it's great that they still do the Grand Marshal where they select a family of the day, and we should be hearing an announcement if there is one.
Are we making our way over to the developing Tiana Bayou adventure?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, look, Shaker is part of the parade.
Oh. By the way, little known element of visiting the Magic Kingdom. If you want to catch a peek at the parade, but don't necessarily want to invest the time, come on down to the Frontierland area, and you'll have a chance to catch a glimpse of the parade. Look, he could walk up right now and be standing in the hot sun and enjoying himself.
Yeah, I'm down along the river walk. Because this will be quicker than trying to get through some of the groups up there. Yep. But there's nice trees that throw some shade at us.
A little bit of shade.
The beautiful view of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. It's pretty much the postcard, but if they put in, Western River Expedition, that would be right there.
Well, Jeremiah's just completely re-envisioning the Magic Kingdom as we walk today.
No, because we've hit the anniversaries of the D23s, which are always this week or the next few weeks. They just had one of the presentations of the Western River Expedition, the artwork pop up. So that's what I always think about, is how different it would have been if they hadn't put pirates in here and we had the Western River Expedition.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of D23, the schedule has been published for the upcoming Destination D23. That's September 8th through 10th. A good portion of it's going to be presented as a live stream, so if you weren't able to get tickets, because they sold out real quick, stop by Laughing Place. You can check out our article with the schedule of events that are going to be happening, along with the live stream anticipated presentations as well.
And we'll definitely have full coverage of everything that isn't live streamed or that you cannot see from your home, such as the archives exhibit about the animatronics, which I am super excited about.
Well, that sounds fun. I didn't even know about that. I've been out of the loop on Destination D23.
Yeah, it popped up this morning, just on Instagram was where I first saw it, and then was shared it over to us on Laughing Place. And this is one of those years where the synergy is definitely high. There's a Marvel presentation, there's a Nat Geo presentation. I don't recall a Star Wars presentation, but they kind of just had their own celebration a little while ago.
Oh, here we go. A look at the walls up in preparation for Tiana's Bayou adventure. The past few days, my world has been circulating around New Orleans cuisine, because I was in California for a tasting of the coming menu at Tiana's Palace. They're in New Orleans Squares. They redesigned the French Market. And then last night, I was at the Jazz Kitchen. They're in downtown Disney, now called the Jazz Kitchen Coastal Grill, I think is the title. Used to be Ralph Brennan's Jazz Kitchen. It's still a Ralph Brennan restaurant, but they're bringing kind of that California coastal flair to the New Orleans menu there.
And I'm totally going to say this sarcastically. We all know how well Disney does when they decided to incorporate California into the Disneyland Resort and how well that plays out.
Well, okay, so the Jazz Kitchen redo there in downtown Disney, I think the reality is the California palate doesn't always embrace kind of those rich and heavy flavors and sauces that come with New Orleans cuisine. So they're bringing you those flavors kind of without the heft of a typical New Orleans entree. So I had an amazing salmon with succotash. Oh, Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
No, that is a good idea. I mean, that's always been one of the downfalls of wow.
No worries.
Downtown Disney. I just had to think about downtown Disney. That's okay. I'm blaming this on the heat, not my brain. But that's always been one of the things about downtown Disney is they had so many different options that were more authentic. I mean, even the Mexican food was a little bit more south of the border and Catal and everything. So I can understand that they need to do that to, increase their business. But at the same time, it's just one of those like, oh, I miss, going there and having some good red beans and rice or some real gumbo that is got some spice to it.
Well, what was fun for me is that with this transition of the Ralph Brennan's Jazz Kitchen to embrace this kind of coastal fusion, we now have the French Market going in depth with research on the cuisine of New Orleans and using their cast to really develop a collaborative menu that's going to be authentic New Orleans cuisine. So they're diving into that authenticity of bringing New Orleans and the Cajun and the Creole flavors and recipes into Tiana's Palace.
Now we are entering the backside entrance. Not for the bagnos, but heading towards the store.
We're not going straight into the bathrooms. We're heading into the store that is there when you exit Pirates of the Caribbean at the Magic Kingdom. I know I've been talking about Disneyland, but we're actually at the Magic Kingdom in Florida.
See, I love that they brought back some of the skulls. Like, these were things that as a kid that I bought and I still have. But then this store is such a hodgepodge. We have Coco, we have Pirates, of course we have all the Adventureland stuff, we have Indiana Jones. A little bit of everything is here.
Those are so pretty.
They do not smell like Dole Whip. And then, of course, the Indiana Jones.
They have an Indiana Jones earband?
Yep.
I like Mickey. Mickey, my spirit animal, came in and said, wow, Rebecca and Gideon can do it. Can you?
So, Pirates is down, but yet there's still a line to get into Pirates.
Hey, it's shady. Nice shade. And then you can just wander straight in.
Yep. Get a blast of AC as you walk in there.
But it's wild not to see any strollers over here, Jeremiah.
I know. Definitely with Pirates has been down for a little while.
This is so unusual. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, not a stroller to be seen.
Yep, there's definitely some up by Jungle Cruise.
Oh, that cloud cover is getting a little thicker. We're seeing it
Oh yeah,
in real time, because when we first started this stream, it was much more blue sky than cloud.
Yeah, the darkness is definitely hitting. So I just because I have to, my Roosevelt count as of now has been 4 different shirts.
Wow.
So, yep. Those of you who don't know about Roosevelt's, do we have an article later today that may talk about something or other?
If we do, you know more than me.
That.
But I can tell you that a lot of our staff has been gifted Roosevelt shirts, so you will often see them sporting some of these Roosevelts. They're a popular button-down shirt, a lightweight, featuring various pop culture, not IP, that's not what you say when you talk about it, but pop culture design. So whether it's Disney or Nickelodeon, your favorite sports team, you'll find them over at Roosevelt. So if you've been wondering where these all over print shirts are coming from, maybe you can look on Laughing Place and learn a bit more about Roosevelt.
Yeah, we definitely love our friends over at Roosevelt. Yep. So I'm gonna end here to tease Doobie to no end. No, I'm not climbing that, Doobie. But so that's it for me. I know that I will be back tomorrow, probably same germ time, same germ channel, awesome. Over at Epcot.
Terrific. Oh, well, this has been fun. I don't usually get to do the walk and talk, so I appreciate all of you watching. And like Jeremiah says, we'll be back. And in the meantime, if you enjoyed this stream, give us a like and hit subscribe so you can find out whenever we are live from West Coast, East Coast, you name it. And Laughing Place does our best to bring you up to date on all things happening in that Disney world. So talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.